Okay. All right, guys, if you're logging on, we are about to do our webinar, and I got to tell you, I'm really excited, but there we go. Here we go. You'll be missing all the PowerPoint slides, but at least you're here. Okay. Happy Thursday. Welcome to our first of 4 webinars about how to set your impossible game for 2024. So my name is Karla, and I am so excited to be here with you guys. You know, first and foremost, I know this was like a little bit of a last minute, but this is how we do it, right? Done is better than perfect. So you guys, we're only going to be on here for less than 30 minutes. And the intention of today's webinar is to really help you set up your impossible game for 2024. Now, if you're like, Karla, what is this impossible game? Let me explain. First and foremost, why is it called the impossible game? And why are we talking about this on January 18th? Because maybe you've already set your goals for this year. Maybe not. Okay, I'm going to actually be talking about targets, okay? But targets, goals, however you want to refer them. But we're going to be talking about targets for 2024. And I will tell you the reason why this is so significant is because we're going to do it in a way that perhaps you have never done them before. And that is in a very specific way. And it's called Impossible Game because we're going to be looking at how can you, let me go ahead and pull this up. How can you shoot for having it all in 4 domains, okay? And I'm actually going to pull up a presentation really quick for you guys. Okay, so here we go. Let me see here. In 4 domains. And if you have something to write with, you definitely want to grab it, okay? Because this is going to support you in, why can't I open it? Okay. Hang on a second, you guys. Here we go. So it's going to be able to support you in how to be able to dominate, there we go, dominate these 4 areas of your life. Number 1, okay, well, first of all, this is going to be something that we're going to be doing. It's going to be waking up and unleashing for 2024. But here we go. We're going to be looking at how are we going to set up these frames. This frame of this impossible game is looking at your reality, okay? The reality of where you are today and where you want to go for 2024. Now, you might be saying, well, Karla, I already put my goals together. But here's the thing. A lot of us, many times, we do our goals in a very repetitive way, like, what do you want for 2024? And you're like, well, in my body, I want to lose this much weight, and I want to make more money. And we have these generic goals, right? But we don't have targets. And I don't know about you, but I cannot even tell you how many years I have set goals only to know that I didn't accomplish anything. Right? If this is you, you can relate, say yes, okay? But here's the thing, right? Or put it yes on the chat. Here's the thing. What a lot of times happens is that what we don't realize is that when you start to look at your impossible game in this particular frame that I'm going to be teaching you today, you're going to start to shift the way you operate in the world. Meaning that you're going to be looking at these targets and what it's going to take to win in your body, to win in your being, meaning your spirituality, what it's going to take for you to win with your balance, meaning relationships, and what is it going to take for you to win in your business / finance / career, right? And so it's about what is my target for all 4 domains, not just I'm going to lose 20 pounds, not just I want to make more money, not just I want to quit smoking, or whatever these generic goals that we normally do. So let's get started, okay? So let's go ahead. If you want to grab a piece of paper and a pen, we're going to actually do some work, okay? So what we're going to do here, I'm going to share my screen again, okay, is today is going to be 1 call of 4, okay? So today is going to be all about what does it look like, okay? The first thing we're going to do, you want to write this down, is we're going to be looking at number 1, where are you? Okay? I got my notes here. Number 1, we're going to be looking at where are you? Really the facts, FACTS. What are the facts of where you are? What are the facts of where you are in these 4 domains? Today we're going to address 1. Every week we will build on it, okay? So where are you? And we're going to give specific questions as far as to where are you in your body, okay? And how does that affect, if you see these arrows on the presentation here, how does that affect your being. How does your current reality of your body affect your spirituality, your connection with God? How does that affect how spiritual you feel, or your connection with your higher being? How does the body affect, and what is the impact of your current reality of your body with your balance, aka your relationships, your significant other? Like, how does your body affect that? I'm going to be giving you specific questions in a minute, okay? And then how does your body affect your business? How does your body affect your bottom line? How does your body affect, your money? How does it affect your finances, your career, your willingness to like go for it? Like, how is it that your body spills and impacts all the areas of your life? See, it's not just about, I'm going to lose these 20 pounds. I'm going to, to eat better. I'm going to drink more water. It's that one of the major reasons why we don't go for what we want, okay, or we're not consistent, okay, with what we want, is because there is no real attachment to like this future goal, this future target that you're going after, right? If you're like, I'm going to lose 20 pounds, but if you can see how that's going to impact all the areas of your life, that's going to help you move forward. That's going to help you not want to quit. When things get tough, you're going to be reminded of the impact, okay? If this makes sense, type a yes on the chat. All right, if this makes sense, type a yes on the chat. Okay, all right, good. Okay, I'm glad it's making sense. Okay, so review, okay, for those of you guys, I know some of you guys just got in, so let me just review really quick, okay, and that is this. We're going to be going over today one of the 4 classes on how you are we're going to be looking at this impossible game on how to set targets for your body, targets for your spirituality / your being, your connection with God, targets for your balance, your connection with your significant other, your family, your kids, and what are the targets that we're going to place for business or your business and finance, money, etc. Okay, but today we're going to talk about your body. So here's what we're going to do. If you don't have a piece of paper and a pen, you might want to grab one. Okay, now if this is a lot, so you might want to also take some screenshots. Okay, so as we mentioned, okay, the impossible game. Why is it called impossible game? Because we're not just going to go for one target. We're going to go for all 4. We're going to be, if this concept is called Core 4, we're going to be looking at all these domains. Your body. Your body is composed, I want you to write this down. Your body is composed of, when you think of your body, you want to think of it in this way. Number 1, I wasn't going to bring this up, but I'm going to show you, okay? So I don't have a little slide for it. Actually, you know what? I can do a screen share, okay? And so here, actually, let me go ahead and pull it up. So write this down, okay? Your body is composed of the domain of your body is going to be composing in 4 things. Put body in the middle, okay? And on the top, put fitness. Here, let me share the white screen. Okay, there we go. Okay, whiteboard. Okay, so here's what we're going to do, okay? So if you look at this, okay, where is the type? Here we go. Okay, so if you put body right in the middle, okay, now you want to think about, okay, when we're talking about your body, you want to think about it in 4 different elements. Number 1, on top right here, put fitness. Whoops. Okay, if I can spell. Okay, put fitness. So right here, it's like, how is it that your body is being affected through fitness? Okay, number 2, I want you to write on the right side right here, fuel. Okay, how is it that you're fueling your body? What kind of things are you putting into your body, right? I mean, to think that these things don't affect you is pretty silly, okay? Number 3, function, okay? How is your body functioning? Okay, are you good? Can you move? How is your body functioning? Okay, and then number 4, okay, here you go. Number 4, put it right here, and that is your frame. Like when you look at your body, okay, when you look at your body, in the mirror, after you got out of the shower, what are you looking at? Okay, with your frame. So we got the body, your fitness, like what are you doing when it comes to your fitness? Are you moving? Are you working out? Are you taking care of your structure? Like, are you moving? What are you fueling your body? Are you drinking your supplements? Are you drinking your shakes? Are you drinking your, your water? Are you fueling your body with good food, good supplements? Your function, how is your body functioning? Like, how is it working? Are you actually, you have any aches? Because here's the thing about our body, so amazing, is that many times we don't even notice things until we notice things. You get me? Like, you don't even realize, let's just say, about your stomach until you have a stomach ache. You forget about your stomach until you have a stomach ache. So how is your body functioning? And then number 4, how is your frame? Okay? How is it that when you look in the mirror, do you like what you see? Okay? So what we're going to be doing today, we're going to be looking just at the body, but how is it that this body is affecting all these 4 domains? And this frame, this way of thinking is going to start to shift the impact that you are not a one-dimensional human. You are a 4-dimensional human being. So I know these are a lot of questions on the board, okay? But I'm just going to take a screenshot, okay? If you're here on the webinar, take a screenshot of this, okay? And when you want to look at is this, and that is number 1, when you're looking at your body, what is the freedom, okay, that you're experiencing with your body? When we're saying fruit, we're talking about results, okay? We're talking about results. So looking at your fruit, AKA results, in the body domain, in what areas are you free today and why? So you want to take a screenshot or write these questions down, and I'm going to invite you, okay, obviously we don't have time to do this here today at the webinar, but this is something that you can do on your own. I actually went to a fact map event for 4 days. We did this, okay? And I got to tell you, it dramatically impacted. I have it here in my, actually I'll show it to you. I have it here in my purse, okay, of all the things that I wrote for myself in 2024, okay? So like I can look at them and be like, okay, girl, work out. This is your impossible game. And I'm going to share with you in a little bit what are those step targets, those targets that we're going to go for in 2024. It's not just like, 20 pounds. No, like there is a psychology behind this, okay? So number 1, looking at your fruit in the body domain, in what ways are you free today and why? Number 2, how does this freedom in the body today make you feel? Like this is, you want to be in touch with emotions, no stories, just words, okay? Number 3, what has been your focus in your body over the last 6 to 12 months that produced this freedom? Or maybe for you, lack of, right? But what is it that you have been focusing on in the last 6 to 12 months that has produced this freedom? Number 4, what impact has this freedom in your body had in your being domain? In other words, how have you been being? How has that impacted your spirituality? In other words, your being, okay? How has your body impacted your spirituality? Next, what impact has this had in your balance? In other words, what impact has your body and how you've been being had in your relationships, in your balance, okay? Next, what impact has this freedom in your body had in your business domain? Like the way that you've been being in your body, how has that impacted your business, your money, your bottom line? Okay? And then last, what other thoughts do you have about the reality of this freedom in your body and its effects on your life? Now there, you might want to go on a rant. I'll tell you, when I did this, okay, for myself, I got to tell you, when it said, what other thoughts do you have about the reality of this freedom in your body and the effects of your life? I went off and I was like, Karla, what? Because I know myself to be XYZ, and who I have been being with my body is not incongruent. And the impact of that with my spirituality, I was completely disconnected from God. My impact of that with my relationships is I don't feel so sexy. I mean, I know I'm like a little sexy, okay? But I don't feel sexy. I don't feel like my full self when it comes to my relationships. Like I haven't been showing up as much or as big as I know that I can and I normally do. and the impact of that on my business. Like, how is that impacting my bottom line? When I walk into a room and I'm like full of confidence, it's very different than when I walk into a room and I'm lethargic and I'm tired. So like, write that down. And the last one, I just went on a rant talking to myself, and I literally was like, Karla Sandoval, get your shit together, okay? I'm serious. I was like going off, okay? So this is for you, okay? If you guys have any questions, type it in on the chat, okay? But this is for you. So like, what is that impact in all those 4 domains? Okay, next, okay? So if this is helpful, say helpful. Let me see where you guys are at. Okay, perfect. Okay, next, bondage, okay? So this one's a little like, look. This exercise should take you about 30 minutes if you really go all in, okay? And that is bondage. Looking at your fruit in your body, in what ways are you in bondage today and why? Like, really be real with yourself. Because see, here's the thing. We're going to be building on this. If you don't know where you're at, then the rest of the seminars that we're going to be doing, or the webinars, will mean nothing, because you're not real with where you're at. Get on the scale, right? Look at the numbers, okay? I did this and I was like, bleh, right? Next, how does this bondage in your body today make you feel? Like, really, how does it make you feel? Next, what has been your focus in your body over the last 6 to 8 months that produced this bondage? I'll tell you, for me, it's like I've been focused on nothing but my love for Doritos with Tapatio or Valentina and limon. Like, really, Sandoval? Like, that's what I've been focusing on. I've been like, so you got to start being real with yourself. Because I was like, so now guess what? When I go to the grocery store, I'm like, nope, no Doritos, because this whole thing of it, I buy them for Sebastian, is BS. It's bullshit. Because guess what? Guess who ends up eating them? Yeah, me. Okay. So what has been your focus? So again, looking at your fruit in your body, in what ways are you bondage today and why? Number 2, how does this bondage in your body today make you feel? Number 3, what has been your focus in your body over the last 6 to 12 months that produced this bondage? Okay, so those are the 3 questions. Now, let's go in and look at the impact that this has had in the other domains. First, what impact has this bondage had on your being, on your spirituality? What impact has this bondage had on your relationships? Number 2, what impact has this bondage had in your business? Right? Like, think about the impact, because you want to allow yourself to feel the pain. Feel the pain, okay? And then last but not least, what other thoughts do you have about the reality of this bondage in your body and its effect in your life? Now, here's the thing, you guys. I know that one's not that fun, okay? But if you can be super honest with yourself, and if you can like really feel the impact that you have had, that your body has had in all the 4 domains, the other 3 domains, like, that's what's gonna get you to move. Okay, I don't always want to like go work out. I don't always, like yesterday, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I made the guys enchiladas, okay? They looked amazing. I had my shake, but I was craving. So guess what I did? I had 1. That's it. I felt a little guilty. Yes, I'm not gonna lie. But I was like, Karla, it's okay. You just had 1. Just so I can taste it, right? But I still had my protein and all that kind of stuff. And guess what? I got on the scale and I was like, oh, there's some ounces. I know exactly where that came from. But see, here's the thing. I'm so clear on the focus of where I'm going that anytime I have a little setback, before I would beat myself up. And if I had, like, let's say 2 or 3 cookies, I'm like, I might as well eat the whole thing. I'm already here. This way I just get it over with. Instead of just being like, I'm just going to have 1. That's it. Because I have this big goal by the end of the year. I have this big target that I'm going to hit with my body, with my spirituality, with my relationships, and with my business. So, okay, if you guys have any questions, type it here on the chat so I can answer them. Okay, next. Okay, if this is helpful, you guys put helpful. Okay, next. Okay, here we go. So that's the bondage. Okay, that's the second step you're going to do. Now, this is the last piece, okay? And that is the revelation. Once you do these first 2, your freedom maps and then your bondage maps, you're then going to ask yourself this question. I'm going to ask you to really, really stop and really go into these 2 last questions. Number 1, revelation. what are your final thoughts, insights, or revelations as you complete this body domain in this fact map? What are the insights and the final thoughts and the revelations you've had from doing this work of looking at the freedom maps and looking at the bondage maps? Like, my gosh, and the impact that this is having in your spirituality, in your relationships, and in your business. Next, the lessons, and this is so powerful, okay? And that is, what are the primary lessons on life that you have uncovered by completing this body domain fact map? Like, what is the primary lesson, okay, that you are uncovering by you doing this fact map on your body? Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing today. Okay, we have a couple more minutes. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and type them in. But what I will tell you is this, just to complete these thoughts, okay? And that is, you want to look at, let me put this back one more time, this core 4 concept. We're going to be going through this for the next couple of weeks. You want to start to look at that you are a full dimensional being. You are not one dimensional. Okay, and I'm going to tell you for myself what has happened in the past, okay, for me, is that I will go all in. I have like a little bit of an extreme personality, okay? So I'll go all in here and then drop everything over here. Like I will be, when I did my bikini competition, all I did was focus on my body. I had no connection with God. I hardly talked to my friends and family, and I neglected my business. All I was doing was focusing on my body. Now, then on the flip side, there were times that all I was about my relationships, okay? I was dating, I was going out, I was having tons of fun. I was not taking care of my body, okay? I had definitely no connection with God at that time. And my business, well, I didn't really pay a lot of attention to it because I was like traveling. I was doing all kinds of fun things, right? And all I was doing was living in my balanced domain. And I've done this a lot. The only one I've never done is like all in on God and then everything else, okay? I'm just to be honest with you. Because then there was a time in my life that all I did was work. All I did was work in my business. I was super focused in my business. I completely neglected my body. This has happened to me more than any other domain, is that I focus all on my business and then I completely ignore my body. I completely ignore my health. I completely disconnect from God unless I need him. I'm just going to be real. Unless I'm like, ay, Diosito, por favor, ayúdame. Unless it's that, I don't even like talk to him, pray to him, nothing. I like, okay? And my relationships, I hardly have time for them. I'm very dismissive, right? This is how I used to operate for many years, right? And then I wake up and I'm like, okay, well, here you are having success, but where are the people that you love? Where's your connection to God? Look at your body. Right? And I know this has happened to me more than once. So my commitment with you is to teach you how to have targets, to hit targets for the impossible gain. Meaning that you're going for all the domains. Now, are they always going to be perfect? No, absolutely not. Will they always be firing off at the same time? No, okay? But here's the thing. If you've got your attention on all 4 of them, you have a bigger chance of winning than if you're not conscious of the fact that they impact each other. How you are with your body is going to impact your relationships, how you show up to your business, how you are with God. Okay? Like I said, the four fours, you know, the fitness, your fuel, right? Your functionality and your frame. If you like what you see in the mirror, the way your clothes fits, you're working out, you're sweating every day, you're fueling your body correctly, right? And you are in your body, you're conscious of how your body's functioning in all your organs, right? You're gonna be a weapon. You're gonna be a weapon in 2024. And that's my commitment, is that every single one of us, okay, who wants to play this game, is that we're gonna be focusing, today we're focusing on the body. I really encourage you, and if you do the questions, go into my DMs in my Facebook or my Instagram and send me a message and say, done. Okay, maybe we'll do like raffles or something fun. I don't know, okay? But here's the thing. If you start to play this game, okay, and you're ruthlessly honest with yourself as far as like where you are in those domains, you will experience an awakening of yourself. Okay, now for some of you, you're going to be like, Karla, I want some more help with this. Reach out to me. okay? We can definitely do something. We're going to start doing some, like today's a webinar, so like I don't really know who's on here. I just see the number of people that is on here. Super cool, okay? So thank you guys. We're going to be doing this every week, okay? We're going to have a structure so that way you know exactly what time. We're going to call it Lunch and Learn. But, you know, one of the things that we're going to be doing is really looking at, like, where are we in our lives in all domains, not just one, and how can we impact them. So in conclusion, I'm going to wrap up with this concept. So I'm going to take it back to the presentation, okay? And that is that what we're going to be doing here with this Core 4 concept, okay? Now there's an app for all of this. If you want to play with the app, reach out to me and I'll definitely send you information, okay? But what we're going to be doing is this, okay? Just for now, okay? We're going to be looking at the body. Hopefully you can see that, okay? We're going to be looking at the body and how it affects other things. But what you're going to be doing this week, between now and next Thursday, okay, is you're going to be selecting. So the Core 4 concept is this, is that every day you're going for shooting for a score of 4. Okay, I know it sounds easier than done, okay? But here's the thing. You're gonna be like, what's that? Yeah, that's easy. Okay, try it. And that is that every day you're gonna be hitting 2, write this down, 2 targets in each domain. Today we went through the body, right? So for example, what are 2 things you're gonna shoot for in the body? It could be, for example, I would say, okay, 1 is sweating. Did you sweat today? Did you work out? And I say sweat because for you, it could be walking, it could be swimming, it could go to the gym, whatever, right? For me, it's like working out, okay? So number 1, you get 0.5 points if you sweat. And then the other half point for me, okay, is drinking my supplements. You know, I take Herbalife. So for me, it's if I eat well with 2 shakes, 1 meal, and my 2 snacks, which I know those are a lot of things for me. For you, it might just be drinking a shake every morning. Like, let me just get going with that, okay? For you, it might be drinking water, whatever that is. What is the other thing? So one of it is fitness, and the other point, half a point, is with fuel, okay? For you, it might be just, if I drink a shake, I'm gonna get a half of a point. So for example, yesterday, okay, I was on point. All this week, I've gotten a 1 in my body, meaning all this week, I've worked out 0.5. Half a point. I've done my 2 shakes this entire week. Another half a point for a total of 1. Okay? Same thing with your spirituality. What are 2 things you're going to do in that domain? We'll talk about that later. 2 things you're going to do in your relationship. Okay? Maybe connect, not 2 things. You're going to connect with 2 people. There we go. 2 people you're going to connect with in every single day. So for example, it could be like your significant other and your child. So like, you know, like me telling Sebastian that I love him and how much I appreciate him and how he's my favorite, I get a half of a point, right? Same thing with Sergio. The last one, okay, is business. What are 2 things that you're going to do every single day to score that 1 point when it comes to business? Half a point for, you know, we call it declare and learn and declare. So let's like, are you going to do something to learn? But whatever it is for you, okay, you pick. Okay, so what are 2 things you're going to do in that to get a 1 point? So we're going to go through this a lot more throughout the weeks. Today I just wanted to, you know, kick this off. There we go. So we will be doing this every Thursday at 12 o'clock. And make sure that, you know, send me a message if you found this helpful. If you feel that, you know what, Karla, I would love to explore this. I don't want to wait till next week. I want to get it going. Let me know. I can definitely see about sending you some resources, because at the end of the day, you guys, you know, some of us can like handle a lot at once, and some people can only handle a little bit at a time. So today we're handling the body. Go through those questions. Go through all those questions. Really do the work, okay? I did it on a yellow pad. But whatever, you know, whatever you want to do. And then all my thoughts and revelations and everything, I put them in my notebook. So whatever it is that you want to do, okay, that is going to help you start creating your impossible game. Oh, you're so welcome. I'm glad you're here. Okay. So with that said, there we go. Next week, we're going to be targeting business. Okay. Your spirituality will be the last thing we do because it's the most intense. But next week, we're going to be talking about business and how this is going to play out in your business. Getting a reality of where you're at before we start to set targets, okay? So with that said, you guys, thank you so much for logging on. If you find this helpful, shoot me a message. And if you need more help, for sure let me know. Actually, I have 5 more minutes. Let me share something with you guys really quick. Let me share my screen. If it kicks me off, right, we can get kicked off, no problem. So as we're gonna do, I'm gonna show you one last thing, okay? So as we're gonna do, what we're gonna be going through next week, okay, today was just the base of it. Next week, we're gonna be going through this concept, there we go, and it's called the peak. So you see right here, the peak, okay? This is the peak, which is where you're at today. And then this is the pit. It's where you're going. Every time you want to grow in life, before you can get, let me call this peak number 2, okay? So this second, oh, you can see my finger, right? This second peak right here that I'm circling, this is where we're going to hit the impossible game. But right now, you're right here. You're in this peak, okay? Now, here's what happens, is that you're in this peak right here, and what you don't realize is to get to this peak right here, you don't climb like this. You have to first go down to a pit. Yes, you got to go down to a pit before getting up to the next peak. And this pit is not fun. Okay? So what happens is, as we're going, I'm going to give you guys the 6 steps that we go from here to here, 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 to here. And guess what? When you hit this peak, guess what's going to happen? Type it in. Yep, you're going to hit another pit before you get to the next peak. And you cannot get to the next mountain without hitting a slide down. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. They think that it's always going to be up, 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 up. But here's the thing. Why are we doing this? Is because you first got to see where you're at before you know where you're going. You cannot put in the GPS that you want to go to, I don't know, San Francisco. It's going to say, let me find your current what? Location. You can't just say, I want to go here without knowing where you are first. And that's what we're doing on these webinars, okay? Just for now, okay? So next week is going to be all about business. We'd rather way, that's what really excites me, okay? I love everything else, but when it comes to business, you guys, that is my flow. That is my passion. That is what I love, 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 love to teach. So, guys, thank you guys for connecting. Put it on your calendar. Thursdays at 12 o'clock, unless I'm traveling for some reason, but Thursdays I'm 99% of the time home. So Thursdays at 12 o'clock, it's only going to be a 30-minute webinar. And thank you guys for your chats and your comments. Awesome. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, good. All right, guys, with that said, I will see you guys next week. And over here, you guys, hi. All right, you guys got a little special treat because I wasn't going to go live, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go live. So I hope you guys found that helpful, okay? I know you guys couldn't see all the screen, so what I'm going to do is just show you really quick. So this is what we did. We went through like this, and that is like how everything affects everything, right? And then we went through some questions as well. So, you know, definitely if you're interested in getting onto the next webinar, let me know, okay? But like I said, I wasn't gonna go live, but I'm like, you know, I don't even know if I can record this webinar because I'm like new to all of this. So you guys got a little treat, how to set your impossible game. So with that said, you guys, I will see you guys next Thursday. If you want to join the webinar, send me a DM or just be on the lookout. I'm always going to put the link on here for you to register, and I will definitely keep you updated, okay?